Hello students, welcome you all in the wonderful world of the homeopathic pharmacy. My name is Dr. Bhakti Khisti and today I am going to explain you about the external application. This is my second lecture of external application and I try to cover all the remaining part related to external application in this lecture. Now in last lecture, we had already seen about the introduction of external application, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann's view to external application, vehicle used to form the base of external application, and glycerol and ointments. Now, in this lecture, we are starting with the syrups. What is syrups? These are unctuous oily substances due to the presence of wax serum. It gets easily spread over the surface at ordinary temperature but maintains the solidified state and does not run away as a liquid. Now, what do you mean by the unctuous? Unctuous means oily, greasy. Okay, and next one is sera. Sera means serum. Okay, nowadays so many people use the different kinds of serum. These are directly applied over the clean skin and it get readily absorbed in the skin, very quickly get absorbed in the skin. Okay, that's why we use the wax serum to prepare the syrups. Then the preparation, it is two different methods to prepare syrups. By one method, we can take 5 parts of the spermaceti, 2 parts of the white wax, and the 16 parts of the almond oil. Now, here, what do you mean by the spermaceti? Spermaceti is a waxy substance found in the head cavity of the sperm whale. Okay, it is found in the sperm whale. Sperm whale is a fish. Okay, while in another method, you can take 16 parts of Vaseline and 3 parts of paraffin. Okay, then these are taken in a well cleaned porcelain basin, melted by a gentle heat, stir constantly by means of a solid glass rod, now allowed to become cool. You can take any of the combination from both of these. You can take spermaceti, white wax, almond oil, or you can take Vaseline and paraffin. Okay, all these mixture you have to melted by gentle heat, then stir constantly by means of solid glass rod and then allow it to cool. When it get cooled, one part of requisite mother tincture is mixed thoroughly with the 9 part by weight of above mixture to prepare the syrups. Okay, then the uses and examples. Syrups are used as a poultices on the burns, scalds, boils and carbuncles. Now, what you mean by the poultices? Okay. Dear students, poultices means it is also called as the cataplasm. It is a soft, moist mass, often heated and medicated. Then it spread on the cloth and then this cloth applied over the affected parts. The poultices are of 3-4 different types. First one is the linson meal seeds. Linson seed means alsi, or in Marathi we can call it as a javas. Next one is bread poultices, charcoal poultices, carrot poultices. Okay, these 4 types of poultices we can use. For example, if we want to prepare the carrot poultices, take some carrots, boiled it turn into a soft mash with the fork and apply in the cloth, and then that cloth applied over the affected part. Okay, same kind of poultices we can use for the linseed. We can apply in the case of the linseed meal seeds, bread poultices, or the charcoal poultices. Okay, so poultices means it is a soft you have to take a soft mass, then heat it. You can medicate it also, then spread on the cloth and applied that cloth over the affected area. For examples, Cantharis serrates, Asculus serrates, Articaria urine serrates, Arnica serrates, Hamamelis serrates, and Calendula serrates. All these are examples of the serrates. The next one is the liniments. Liniments is also called as the embrocations. Liniments are application of an oily and spirituous consistency. These are mixture or solution of different medicine, mainly the mother tincture, in oil, alcoholic solution of soap or emulsions, and are suitable for rubbing or painting over the skin. They also serve as the protective coating. Camphor enter into their composition for its local stimulant action. Okay. Now the liniments. Liniments, what did you mean? What is mean about the spirituous? Spirituous means the excess quantity of alcohol, the, the excess quantity of distilled alcohol. It means the spirituous consistency. Okay, these are we can make liniments by using oil, alcoholic solutions, or soap, or emulsions. We can take anything from this. The camphor enter into their composition for its local stimulant action. It is very important. Okay, in the liniment we add camphor for its local stimulant action. Next, the principle 1 part by weight or volume of mother tincture is mixed with 9 part by weight or volume of olive oil, or 1 part of required medicine is mixed with 4 parts of olive oil or tincture of soap. Okay, the preparation, the principle is very easy. It is 1 by 9 or 1 by 4 according to the HPI. Now, ingredients: the required quantity of mother tincture, required quantity of olive oil or tincture of soap. Then appliances: a clean round file, new non-porous velvet cork, balance with weight box, weighing bottles, and the material required to prepare a label, that is pen, gum, scissor, etc. Then the procedure: the proper quantity of olive oil or tincture of soap is taken in a clean glass file. The required quantity of mother tincture is poured over it. The cork is fixed and homogeneous mixture is prepared by vigorous shaking. And that's it. It is very easy. But did you know about the tincture of soap? What is tincture of soap? The tincture of soap is a combination of soft soap, strong alcohol, and purified water. You have to take 10 grams of soft soap, 25 ml of strong alcohol, 16 ml of the purified water. Then dissolve with gentle heat and strain. Now, what do you mean by the strain? It is force. You are applying a force to get the unusual effect. It is called as the strain. Okay. For example, I was straining by ears for any sound. Okay, that you are straining means you are stretching unnecessarily your ears to hear some voice. It is called as strain. Okay. Then the precautions and uses. A label must be pasted on a body of file written the name of mother tincture. The note for external use only. It is very important. Next is shake well before use. All these instructions should be written on the label. Then the uses painted over the painful part of the body resulting falling blows etc to reduce the rheumatic pain to lose phlegm. Now what do you mean by the phlegm? Okay, phlegm is nothing but a mucus which is accumulated in the respiratory system, and it is quite thicker than the normal. So it is we see the phlegm in especially those patients who regularly chew the tobacco or did smoking. Okay, the phlegm means the mucus which is get accumulated in the respiratory system. Okay, to loosen that phlegm we can use the liniment. Then next examples: the Arnica liniment, Rostock's liniment, Phytolacca liniment, Ruta liniment and Bryonia liniment are frequently used. Next is Opodeldox. Opodeldox is a medical plaster. It means the medical plaster. These are semi-solid liniment prepared with the following ingredient, that is white curd soap, purified water, strong alcohol and mother tincture. The method of preparation. See, white curd soap and purified water are mixed together. Then heat it gently. Then the solution become transparent. Then you add a strong alcohol in it, the mother tincture in it, and stir well. Then strain it while it is still fluid. Now again the word strain, I had already told you about the meaning of strain. It is the force to get unusual effect of anything. Okay, when you are doing anything forcefully to get the unusual effect, it is called as strain. Then it is poured into a suitable file, and here the Opodeldox is ready. Uses: in case of sprain, bruises, rheumatic pain, it is very useful. Then about the lotions. These are liquid suspension or dispersion in aqueous media used as external application over the affected parts of the body. Now, what do you mean by the dispersion? Dispersion is nothing but the distribution of anything. To distribute anything on your body, on your skin, it is called as the dispersion. Okay, so lotions are the suspension or dispersion in aqueous media used as external application. Preparation: 1 part of requisite mother tincture and 9 part of purified water are mixed thoroughly to prepare the lotions. A requirement: a require amount of mother tincture, require quantity of purified water. In appliances, a clean round file, a new non-porous velvet cork, balance with wet box, weighing bottles and the material which is required for the proper labeling. The procedure: a proper amount of purified water is taken in a clean round file and the required amount of mother tincture is poured over it. The file is corked and shaken well The mixture is shaken vigorously till its color become uniform. It is very easy to prepare. See, it is very easy. You have to take only a required quantity of the water, then add required quantity of mother tincture in it, shake it vigorously till its color get uniform, and you prepare your lotion. It is very easy procedure. Okay. Then the uses used in the bruised pain without bloodshed arising from falling blows, and the examples: arnica lotion, calendula lotion, menthol lotions, ruta lotions, cantharis lotion, apis mel lotion. Then about the plasters. These are sticky and solid compounds which adhere when applied to some part of body and produce either general or local effect. You all know about the plasters. In any kind of fracture of bone, we use the plaster to support those affected part. It help in two ways: one to give the support and protection to the part, and the other to bring the medication in direct contact with the affected part. In homeopathy, its use is restricted. It is restricted to some areas. Very few doctors use the homeopathic medicines in the plasters. Now the preparation. The 1 ounce of isinglass is taken in the shreds. Now, what you mean by the isinglass? Isinglass is a kind of gelatin obtained from the fish. It is a kind of gelatin which we obtain from the fish. Dissolve it in a sufficient quantity of a purified water by boiling. Then the solution is filtered with a clean towel which is already moistened with a purified water. Then the solution is evaporated on a water bath until it is reduced to 10 ounce. Half of this spread on a piece of silk or linen cloth or muslin or leather. The remaining half mixed with the mother tincture of the desired drug, and with this spreading it is completed. We used aconite, calendula, arnica, rustox and belladonna in the plasters. Next one is fomentation. Definition: the fomentation are one of the method of external application. They do not contain any medicament, they act firmly on the thermal principle. There are hot and cold fomentation. The another one is also here, that is the dry fomentation. Okay, hot fomentation, cold fomentation and dry fomentation. We use all these three types of the fomentation. The hot fomentation, when we apply the hot flannel, or when we are applying to reduce to relief from the inflammation, we can apply the hot fomentation. The cold fomentation, when we apply the ice, it is cold fomentation. And dry fomentation, when we use the sand, the salt, like dry material for the fomentation, it is called as the dry fomentation. Now the hot fomentation. The proper way to apply the hot fomentation is to take two-fold piece of the flannel. Flannel is, it is a soft woven fabric. Okay, it is a soft woven fabric. It is called as the flannel, large enough to cover the affected part. Then take a boiling water, pour boiling water over it in a basin and lift it by the pair of tongues or a stick, and put it on a wringer to stout towel or duster with the stick, attached to both ends. The water is then squeezed out as much as possible and the flannel is applied to the affected part and covered with a large piece of India rubber sheeting or the oil silk extending about an inch beyond the flannel. You can use hot a hot bag also, hot water bottle bag also. Place over this a thick layer of cotton wool and bandage. The flannel should be changed every 20 or 30 minutes. Uses: hot fomentation are useful in relieving pain, arresting inflammation, and checking the formation of matter. Acne indurata and the similar inflamm principle can be often be increased or reduced in size by them. They exhibit the passage of matter to the surface and favor its subsequent expulsion. Especially used in the case of the to relieve the inflammation, relieve the relieve the pain. We use the hot fomentation. Now the cold fomentation. It is done to relieve the temperature either by cold water or ice bag. It work on the principle of evaporation. Wet a sterilized clean folded cloth, you can take flannel also, in the cold purified water. Leave it uncovered to permit evaporation and apply it to the affected part. You can use ice bag also, which is made by the rubber. The ice is broken into small pieces and filled up 3/4 part of the rubber bag. Without washing the ice, the mouth of the bag is pressed to expel the air remaining in the bag. Then the mouth of the bag is fitted tightly. The ice bag should not be kept on the affected area for a long time. The ice bag is put on the head in case of the meningitis or contusion, on the knee joint for acute synovitis. Synovitis means nothing but the inflammation of the synovial membrane. Application of ice bag on the chest to arrest the pulmonary hemorrhage. You can use the cold fomentation in case of the pulmonary hemorrhage. Then the dry fomentation. When heat alone is required and it is desirable to avoid the relaxation of tissue, we can apply the dry fomentation. As I said, we use a dry substance in case of dry fomentation like sand, salt, flowers, chamomile, flannel, bran, and that's it. Then the oils. We use oil as external application, especially the Bauchi oil, mullein oil, wintergreen oil, olive oil, arnica hair oil, and rosemary oils are used as external application. Now, first one is Bauchi oil. Bauchi oil is also called as Bapchi in Hindi. We used it specially in cases of depigmentation of skin, psoriasis, boils, tubercle, liver spot, and all cases of the dirty looking skin, dry, dull look of the skin. In case of leukoderma, we can also use the Bauchi oil. Next one is mullein oil. See, the mullein oil is an extremely beneficial remedy for the earache, the discharge from the ear, eczema of the external ear and its canal, the suppurative inflammation of the middle ear. In all sort of complaints related to ear, we can use the mullein oil. Next one is oil of wintergreen. Oil of wintergreen is specially used in case of the gout, rheumatism, pruritus means itching, the sciatica and epididymitis. Then next one is the olive oil. Olive oil is, we used olive oil as a purgative also. Then olive oil we can apply over the burn over area. In so many kind of skin diseases we can use the olive oil. Then the arnica hair oil. Arnica hair oil is the most effective hair oil from the homeopathy. If in case of the dry hair, dry dull hair, and there is if there is a no, severe hair fall, we can prescribe the arnica hair oil. In case of the arnica hair oil, the content expressed and filter well. Then the next is rosemary oil. The rosemary oil is specially used in the perfumes and the cosmetics. Then next one is the injections. We all know about the injection and syringes well. In the homeopathy, we prepare three types of the injections. First one is vaginal injection, urethral injection, and the rectal injection. Now first I am going to explain you about vaginal injection. See, to prepare vaginal injection, we require desired quantity of mother tincture in 50 ml, then the glycerin in 45 ml, and purified water in the 60 ml. These are well mixed, and for each injection 4 to 5 ml of mixture is used with the sufficient water. Are you getting me? The vaginal injection, desired quantity of mother tincture, then glycerin and the purified water. Then in case of the urethral injection, we required desired quantity of the mother tincture, then the purified water. The mother tincture we require in 30 ml and the purified water 600 ml. Then mix it well. Urethral injections of other various drugs are prepared by mixing with purified water in set proportion as prescribed by a physician. Now the rectal injections. The prescribed quantity of the drug is mixed with about the 60 ml of the water or a thin starch solution and inject slowly. You have to inject very slowly. Okay, these three types are only used in case of in the homeopathy, that is vaginal, urethral and the rectal injections. Now next one is the surgical dressing. For the surgical dressing, we specially use absorbent cotton and non-absorbent cotton. Now about the absorbent cotton. It is prepared from a raw cotton fiber by a series of mechanical and chemical cleansing to remove the natural wax and other impurities so as to make the property of cotton more absorbent. Beside roll form, it can be made into the cotton ball. It is used for the local medication, for application of antiseptics, cleansing of skin and before the parental introduction. See, before any kind of this surgery, we have to cleanse that area of surgery properly by applying the betadine lotion, by applying the antiseptics over that. So we use the absorbent cotton for that purpose. Now the non-absorbent cotton. It acts as a water repellent. The natural wax is retained while cleansing of the fibers. So the non-absorbent cotton is used for the packing, padding to make a sanitary napkin. Then the next is surgical gauze. These give a tensile strength while still maintaining the absorbent quality of the material. First one is gauze pads. These are made by folding one on another and cutting into various sizes, taking care that no loose threads are left behind. During unfolding, no cut ends of gauzes are visible. Then the cotton filament gauze. These are economically better than the simple gauze pad. Thin absorbent cotton is spread evenly in the fold of these gauzes, pads and then folded. Sanitary napkin. These are used in gynecological and maternity cases. Then the absorbent lint. used for application of ointment plasters for the better supports protection of wound. That's all for the surgical gauze. Next one is bandage. Common gauze roller bandage, they can be sterilized and used in drainage and bandaging. Then the electrocrepe bandage, it is elastic but has no rubber. Its elasticity due to the special weaves used in varicose vein and sprain. In case of sprain, we can use the electrocrepe bandage. Then adhesive bandages, these are elastic and inelastic, used in places where the more supports is required. In fracture of rib or muscle or ligament, we can use the adhesive bandage. The plaster of Paris bandage, used in treatment of fracture and dislocations. See, difference between adhesive bandages and plaster. We can do plaster to any bone related, which is related to the upper extremity and the lower extremity, but the difficult places like the fracture of rib, muscle, ligament, we doesn't apply the plaster everywhere. So in that case we have to use the adhesive bandages. Thank you students. I hope you like the video.